Hello and good morning. Okay, so the question I'm asking today is, are you ready to beat procrastination? So I'm Abbie Broad, mindset and mental resilience coach for women in business, and I help women overcome the 7 big struggles for women in business to get out of their own way, to make progress, to get more clients and to make more money and to absolutely have more fun in their business. So this is a thing. Procrastination is something that comes up for a lot of us. It's a word that I hear a lot from clients. It's something we talk about, but how many of us do really understand exactly what procrastination is and what it can do to us? So this is the thing: you can find yourself in a loop of procrastination, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing nothing. You can also be doing an awful lot of the wrong things. So procrastination can be about avoidance. It can be about sitting too much in your comfort zone, doing lots of things in your business, but that hesitation and resistance to actually step out into your stretch zone and make a change and do something different. It can also look like realigning your core behaviors, your core values, and your core beliefs, and powering yourself up ready for what's coming next. So this is the thing. The thing with procrastination is that it can waste us a lot of time and energy and a lot of money as well. If we sit too long in it, we can get really, really stuck, and that process is unresourceful. So the trick really is, so we don't beat procrastination. Often the trick is actually to lean into it, acceptance that it can actually be part of our process. So rather than fighting it, allowing and accepting it, but using it resourcefully. So there is a difference very much between procrastination and lily padding. So lily padding is when we keep stopping and starting things and never really finishing anything, jumping on to the next stuff. Okay, so if that's what you're doing, then actually a good bout of procrastination could actually be what you need. So here's the thing. So for me, procrastination comes when I know that something big is on the horizon, when I know that there's something I need to change or a difference that I need to make in my business, or I can sense and feel or anticipate that there's a change coming. So some of us will call that leveling up, for example. It can be my process. So when I'm given a challenge, if I take on a new project, sometimes those projects are given to us and sometimes they just come, don't they? And so when an opportunity arises, I have this procrastination process that I go through. And for me, it's about realigning my 3 brains. So if in order to be most at my best and most productive, I believe that we need our 3 brains aligned. So our behaviors, our values, and our beliefs each sit in our 3 brains, one of our 3 brains. And the process we need to go through is to align those 3, because if they're out of sync, we're not going to be bringing our A game. So when I know that I have a challenge or something, I'm stepping into my stretch zone, I need to be the strongest and most powerful version of myself. And that means giving each of my 3 brains the opportunity to realign. So my head brain needs things to be neat and organized. So when I've got a big project coming up, that can look a lot like me tidying my desk, for example, or getting rid of old bits of paper, or going back over things that I've done in the past and clearing out the distractions. My heart needs it to be fun and it needs it to be simple. So procrastination gives me an opportunity to kind of let my creativity flow, so that so the ideas about what's coming can start to come to the surface. So each project or plan or whatever I'm working towards, or whatever's coming next, I need it to be fun. So in order to find out where that fun is, what it looks like, procrastination actually offers me that opportunity to kind of let that come to the surface. And I can do that in all sorts of different ways. And that quite often happens away from my desk. Cleaning is a thing I quite like, but sort of just bimbling around sometimes, tidying up. When we take our mind off the thing we want to think about, often the solutions come up. And my gut brain needs to see every step before I take it. So again, that process of leveling up, taking my business or meeting that challenge, going into that stretch zone, I don't go into anything blind. I don't like surprises in any way, shape or form. And I need to see the next step in order to be confident, in order to work purposefully and to work in a time savvy way. I need to feel 100% as best I can, 100% confident of each step that I take. So my procrastination can often be look like putting stuff on my plan, or moving a few pieces around. So this procrastination process isn't always a bad thing. The trick is to recognize it, to know it when you see it, and to lean into and work through that process in the quickest and most time savvy possible way, to do it with process so you can get out of the other side. Because the thing with procrastination is we can get distracted, we can get lost within that process. So once we start to go into the creativity, for example, so when I'm looking for fun and simple ways, I'm off clearing out cupboards in the kitchen, for example, and then you notice that something else needs clearing. Okay, so if you go on to that next thing and the next thing and the next thing, okay, so that starts to look like displacement, distractions. So we need to keep our procrastination process tight, and we need to know that there's an end in sight to it, and get through it as quickly and as simply and as easy as possible. And that is all about understanding and knowing yourself. I know the point where I get to where I can say my head brain, I can tick that off the list. Right, okay, I've done what I need to do to make my head happy. I know what looking at my core values looks and feels like, because I know what they are. So once I've reached that point in the procrastination process, I can tick that off the list and move on. I know what seeing the next step on the process looks and feels like. So when I get to that point, I can go, okay, so my gut brain's now happy. In order to be able to do that, you need to know and understand yourself, and that's all about doing work on your core values. So let me ask you, do you fight your procrastination or do you lean in? How well do you know yourself on the inside? Procrastination wastes time and energy and money. So the quicker you can notice it and the triggers and take action, the quicker you're going to get through that process and take yourself to that next level. So if you would like some help, if you've got any questions, please do drop them in the comments. I share lots of tips and ideas and free training on my mailing list. So please do, if you're not already signed up to my mailing list, click over to the bio or go to my page and you will find a link to my website and to my mailing list. You can sign up and you can receive free tips and advice from me about stuff like procrastination and all sorts of amazing things that are going to help you to get better in your business, to do things quicker, to do things better, to do things simpler and easier. And they're just going to feel like more fun. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your procrastinating if that's what you're doing today. And I'll see you soon.